Lucky Charms. Is it really going to make you lucky? Find out on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
I don't know. You continue to laugh at my intros. I don't know.
Your intros are great. Hello, and welcome to Digest This. I'm Tina Nunziato, and sitting next to me is Dr. Liz Cruz.
That's right.
Welcome. Welcome to the show. Thank you. For those of you that listen to us regularly, and for those of you that are just joining us, welcome. We hope that you go back and listen to our 300 and some podcasts that are behind us.
Yes, check us out. Check us out. So, what do you think about this big box? Look at how big this is. This is almost twice the size of our heads. So, I found this box. I found it under the
recycling.
In the recycling. Yeah, behind the drawer.
Well, that's because it was too big to actually fit in the recycling.
Yeah, I found it, and I was like, "What is this doing in my house?" And
we don't buy Lucky Charms.
So, anyways, I did some investigating, and I found out that while Mommy and Mommy were gone for a little weekend getaway, big boy Kainoa, our 16-year-old son,
who was home all by himself, by the way.
That's right. Had a little soiree with his buddies, and went and bought some Lucky Charms
because they eat a lot of cereal.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, the big box, son. I was like, did you buy? And I asked him, did you buy it or your buddies? No, I bought it.
Yeah, you did.
I bought it, and you guys ate this during the whole weekend? Yeah.
No, the whole weekend.
Yeah, the whole weekend. So anyways, I just left it at that. And he's like, well, why? I was like, well, I'm going to podcast on it. I'm going to podcast on it. Because number one, we typically don't have Lucky Charms in the house.
So you haven't seen the ingredients on
Lucky Charms. So I haven't seen the ingredients. So actually, that's what I actually did first. When I found the box underneath, I pulled it out. I was like, wow, size. That's a giant size. And I decided to look at the ingredients. I'm going to just tell you how easy it is
to read the ingredients.
And I'm going to tell you how easy it is for you to make some simple changes in your life. Okay? I mean, we're not here like, oh, you got to revamp your whole life. You've got to, you've got to start, you go out and buy a treadmill, go out and buy yourself a juicer, go out and buy yourself a, that's not what we're telling you. But you can make little baby changes to your life, okay? And if you by chance eat Lucky Charms or any of the multiple cereals that are
most of the cereals by General Mills or things like that these days, they aren't as great as they used to be. Cereal actually used to provide good vitamins and minerals in the morning for people, but over the last decade or two, they've really changed the ingredients. And so it is really important because like we grew up on Cheerios, and I always thought feeding our children Cheerios was healthy until I looked at the ingredients on Cheerios, and they're really bad. And so that's when we did the shift to more organic cereals. But anyway, you can go through those ingredients. It is not hard to read the ingredients.
This is crazy.
On anything.
This is crazy. Okay, actually, number one is the whole grain oats. Okay, so you read that and you're like, oh, okay, these are good for me. All right. Okay, number two, sugar. Number three, cornstarch. Number four, modified cornstarch. Then corn syrup, because sugar wasn't enough. Then dextrose, because sugar and corn syrup was not enough. Salt, gelatin, trisodium phosphate, red 40, yellow 5 and 6, blue 1. Natural and artificial flavors, vitamin E. So this is crazy because basically, and then you've got a list below this that talks about the vitamins and the minerals. But your main ingredients are basically sugars and dyes.
Cornstarch and dyes.
Yeah, cornstarch chemicals. Yeah. I mean chemicals. Because that's what natural and artificial flavor is, just code for more chemicals. All right, so, I mean,
there's literally no nutritional value.
No, not at all.
Even though they say they have these vitamins in them, they're really, like, from where? From chemicals. That's what we try to tell people, that your body wants to get vitamins and minerals from real food, not processed foods and things like that. So that, you know, where they're trying to insert the vitamins and minerals into the food, that's not real vitamins and minerals.
Right.
So.
Right. So, and you know, and the thing is that even, I don't know, Tina, what do you think? Like, you've got those vitamins that are listed there, but there's so much sugar.
Yeah.
So much sugar and other chemicals, you know, so now your poor digestive system is trying to figure out what to do with all this chemical and sugar that you've just put in there, because it's a big load. It's a big load. And
the rise and the fall with sugar, right, is really hard.
Exactly.
Especially on kids, the rise and the fall with sugar is really hard.
So look, it's actually very easy to look at the ingredients, all right? And actually, Tina will tell you her little spiel when she's talking to someone on the phone and doing a wellness consult about looking at ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, we just focus on eating real food again, right? Especially if somebody's eating a lot of processed food. But you don't look, instead of looking at the nutrition panel, which is where we were taught to read, you just go right underneath there where it says ingredients and you just read. And if it has more than a handful of things in there, it has things that look like sugar or are things you can't pronounce, those things probably do not belong in your body, right? So we say, put it back on the shelf. Again, most boxed, canned, bagged foods are processed and it's not real food. So you got to be really careful when you're reading the ingredients. Just make sure you're buying things that have minimal ingredients and things that you can understand and pronounce and that you know what it is. So that's the main thing. It's not hard to read food labels. And there's a lot of alternative products. So like, you know, Cheerios, like I mentioned earlier, there's an alternative Cheerio product. Barbara's makes an alternative. Barbara's is a nice brand. It's organic cereals. You know, again, not something you want to be eating every day, right? We have it, the kids eat it occasionally, but you really want to try to get real food into your body as much as possible. But there are alternative products to a lot of the cereals that are on the market that are a lot cleaner and healthier for you. So Barbara's is a brand, Cascade Farms is another brand that we get a couple things from. But yeah, those are, you know, and then there's like Ezekiel brand cereals that are really, really good for you. Those are actually really good for you. So those are, you know, a lot of good whole grains and good vitamins and minerals,
right?
Coming from
you know,
those.
and even when we started on our journey, you know, for wellness and better nutrition, and we were doing it, you know, we were doing it really for our patients when we started on that journey. But then we realized, like, up to that point, we felt that we were eating healthy, you know, and then we realized as we were learning, we're like, whoa, we've got a lot of changes to make. And, you know, one of the things I used to do every night, I mean, Tina would buy me Oreo cookies, and I would sit down every night before going to bed and easily down, you know, 10 or 12 cookies, a sleeve with milk. And then in the morning, I just like woke up feeling like hungover. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. You know, I don't get it. But so as we were making transitions, we were transitioning even the Oreo cookies. We started buying a healthier, a little healthier version. I mean, you know, still there's sugar, but made like Pawn Newman. Pawn Newman, right, is the brand made with organic ingredients. So I wasn't ready to let go of the cookies completely. I am a cookie lover. I'm a sweets lover. But we just started transitioning to healthier alternatives. And, you know, and they were actually pretty darn good. I mean, it was good. So there's all sorts of alternatives, even alternatives for like chips. All right. There's healthier alternatives to chips. So, you know, it's not, we're not telling you, you got to completely give it up, but pick healthier alternatives. And there are some stuff that we may say, give it up. Okay. For example, we would definitely say give up Lucky Charms.
Just switch to a healthier cereal.
Just switch to a healthier cereal.
Most people eat cereal for convenience, right? And that's okay. You just, you know, you got to try to, like, I try to tell people, have your veggies in the morning, right? Just, I know it's weird because most people don't think of veggies when they think of breakfast because it's such a, breakfast is so hard for people, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like the least healthiest meal of the day most of the time. But like one of my favorite breakfasts is, a piece of Ezekiel toast with avocado spread on it and a slice of tomato.
Yeah,
that's like
so
a beautiful breakfast,
so
you know? So just trying to get those good healthy grains and greens and good fats in the morning is a really great way to start the day. So yeah, there's breakfast.
And I'm thinking that maybe some of you out there may be asking, so what did you tell your son? What did you do with him? So
he knows better.
We gave him a big spanking. We locked him up. No, here's the thing. You know what? We don't give him a hard time.
Yeah.
We don't, because he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
And he's not eating that stuff every day.
No.
And here's the thing too, that's what, like, those are the things that make his buddies happy, right? Yeah. And so he's trying to entertain, and he's trying to do the right thing for his buddies so that his buddies have fun and want to come over and hang out, which is totally fine.
Absolutely.
He can do it again, in moderation, right? You can do those things every once in a while. It's not going to kill you.
That's right.
But every day, not great.
Not great. So anyways, on that note, we're going to close off. If you would like to connect with us, we would love for you to connect with us. You can find us on our website, www.drlizcruz.com. There is a purple pink button right in the middle of the homepage that you can click and schedule a wellness consult free. Okay? And it's over the phone, by the way, to make it as convenient as we can for you. Okay? So that is your way to connect with us, a free 30-minute wellness consult with Tina. We also have Jaja, who's our Spanish-speaking nutritionist. So if you'd like to do your consult in Spanish, we can do that. If you haven't rated us or given us a review, please rate us and give us a great review, and that'll actually help other people like you to find us. And lastly, if you have not subscribed to this podcast, please subscribe, because that's going to help you. That's going to keep you from
in the loop.
Keep you in the loop so that you don't miss out on an episode. All right. So I think that's it for now. All right. Have a lucky day. We'll catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.